Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today we will dive into the swirling uncertainties, heartfelt concerns from devoted daughters, and the unwavering support from loyal friends that are shaking up Port Charles. In the midst of all the chaos unfolding in this beloved town, Lulu Spencer finds herself gripped by a wave of apprehension over what the future might hold. She's deep in conversation with Brooklyn Quartermaine Chase, and surprisingly, there's no trace of their usual friction. Instead, it's a moment of rare solidarity. The setting appears to be Maxie Jones' cozy home, where the two women are likely pitching in to care for the little ones, adding a touch of everyday normalcy to the high-stakes drama. Their discussion seems to center on the shocking reappearance of Britt Westburn and her formidable mother, Liesl Obrecht, two figures whose sudden return could upend family dynamics in unexpected ways. Remember, Britt isn't just any outsider. She's the surrogate who brought Rocco Falconeri into the world, forging an unbreakable bond. On top of that, both Britt and Liesl share blood ties with young James West and Bailey Lou Jones, which injects even more complexity into the mix. Could this mean a fierce battle for custody looms on the horizon, pitting these relatives against Damian Spinelli, who's been a steadfast guardian? Lulu's words echo the collective anxiety. She confesses she has no idea what this is going to mean for any of us, her voice laced with the fear of fractured families and shifting alliances. Imagine the emotional turmoil as old rivalries resurface, with Liesl's sharp tongue and Britt's complicated history threatening to disrupt the fragile peace. Perhaps Lulu is envisioning scenarios where courtrooms become battlegrounds, or heartfelt pleas from the children tug at everyone's heartstrings, forcing tough decisions that could redefine parental roles in Port Charles forever. This uncertainty hangs like a storm cloud, reminding us how quickly joy can turn to jeopardy in the world of General Hospital. Meanwhile, a darker scheme is brewing at Alexis Davis' residence, where Christina Corinthos Davis and Ava Jerome are huddled together, meticulously plotting their next moves with a sense of calculated determination. The tension is palpable in the air, especially since they have a captive hidden away in the basement. A bold and risky endeavor that underscores their desperation. Ava, ever the confident strategist, assures Christina that she's got every angle covered, her eyes gleaming with the thrill of outsmarting their adversary. She boldly predicts that once Elizabeth Weber has a candid chat with Willow Tate, it will shatter any lingering ties Willow might have to Rick Lansing, effectively isolating him. Fans will remember the intricate web of deceit here. Alexis is fully complicit in this kidnapping plot, holding Rick on ice to reclaim the funds he extorted from them through ruthless blackmail. It all stems from that fateful accident where Rick and Elizabeth suffered severe injuries, an incident Christina inadvertently caused by tampering with the brakes. In a vengeful bid against Ava, this leverage has kept them on edge, but the trio, Christina, and Alexis might be jumping the gun with their optimism. What if hidden variables come into play, like unexpected witnesses or a slip in their secrecy? Picture the dimly lit basement where Rick is confined, his mind racing with escape plans, while upstairs the women whisper about forging alliances or planting false evidence to ensure their victory. Yet, the plot thickens as doubts creep in. After all, overconfidence has toppled many a villain in Port Charles' storied history, and this scheme could unravel with one wrong move, leading to arrests, betrayals, or even more dangerous countermeasures from Rick's side. Adding to the mounting worries, Molly Lansing Davis is consumed by fear for her father's well-being, her protective instincts kicking into high gear. She turns to Elizabeth Weber for any scrap of information, urgently inquiring if there's been any word from Rick, whose sudden disappearance has set off alarm bells. The captors believe they've orchestrated the perfect plan, but Molly's intuition suggests otherwise. Perhaps she's picking up on subtle clues, like unanswered calls or unusual behaviors that hint at foul play. This outreach could be the spark that ignites a larger investigation, drawing in allies who might expose the basement secret. Envision Molly pacing her living room, replaying fond memories of her dad while grappling with the terror of the unknown, her determination fueling a quest for answers that could collide head-on with Ava and Christina's machinations. In this web of family loyalties, Molly's concern highlights the human cost of these vendettas, where daughters like her are left to piece together fragments of truth amid the deception. The intrigue deepens as revelations about Rick's shady past come to light, courtesy of Ava's calculated disclosures to Willow. It seems Ava has painted a vivid, albeit biased, picture of Rick's involvement with Nina Reeves and her manipulative mother, Madeline Reeves. Back when Nina emerged from her decades-long coma, Rick's romance with Nina, was nothing more than a calculated ploy to siphon off her inheritance. A scheme orchestrated by Madeline to deprive her daughter of what was rightfully hers. Ava, with her flair for drama, likely twisted the narrative to portray Nina in a questionable light, maybe suggesting she was complicit in chasing Rick's wealth, or framing it as a sordid affair driven by greed. This storytelling adds layers of suspicion, potentially eroding Willow's trust in Rick and shifting her allegiances. Think of the emotional ripple effects. Willow, already navigating her own turbulent relationships, might now question long-held assumptions, leading to heated confrontations or alliances forged in the fire of newfound truths. Ava's meddling could backfire spectacularly if Willow digs deeper, uncovering details that exonerate Rick or expose Ava's own hypocrisies, turning the tide in this game of shadows. Over at General Hospital itself, tensions erupt as Nina Reeves confronts Willow Tate in a moment of raw frustration. Nina lashes out, her patience worn thin, as Willow insists she's in control of reclaiming her children from Michael Corinthos. Yet, Willow's blind admiration for Drew Kane persists, viewing him as an infallible hero who's subtly pulling the strings in her life. Nina, seeing through the facade, explodes with righteous anger, declaring that the only person calling the shots is Drew. Her outburst is fueled by a desire to awaken Willow to the manipulation at play, especially since Nina provided a crucial alibi for Willow on the night Drew was showed a favor that now demands reciprocity. This clash could be a turning point, with Nina drawing on her own history of betrayals to mentor Willow, perhaps sharing invented anecdotes of past deceptions to illustrate the dangers of misplaced trust. Imagine the hospital corridors echoing with their heated exchange, nurses pausing in curiosity as Nina's words plant seeds of doubt, potentially leading Willow to reevaluate her choices and pursue independence from Drew's influence. It's a stark reminder of how power dynamics in Port Charles can blind even the strongest characters to reality. Finally, down at the infamous Pier 55A location steeped in tragedy, where Jason Morgan once met his supposed demise, and countless other misfortunes have unfolded, Jason emerges as a beacon of compassion for the struggling Britt Westburn. Britt, fresh from a painful rejection by her mother Liesl, despite Nina's attempts to mediate and soften the blow, sits dejected on a bench, pondering if her resurrection from the dead was a grave mistake. The weight of judgment and unresolved grudges has her questioning her place in Port Charles, wishing for the anonymity of oblivion. Enter Jason, the epitome of a steadfast friend, who approaches with genuine intent to offer aid. He firmly states he's not backing down, refusing to accept her dismissals as he extends a hand of support. This encounter brims with potential danger, especially considering Britt's dead phone prevented her from contacting the enigmatic Pascal, a move that could have unleashed peril on everyone involved, perhaps ties to underground networks, or long-buried secrets that Pascal holds. Jason's persistence might involve practical help, like arranging safe passage or confronting Liesl directly, weaving in new elements such as a hidden safehouse or coded messages to protect Britt. As waves lap against the pier, this scene captures the essence of loyalty amid adversity, hinting at budding alliances that could shield Britt from further harm, while stirring up fresh conflicts in the ever-evolving tapestry of General Hospital. Next, we will explore the mysterious vanishing act of a key figure at the heart of Port Charles' medical world and what it could mean for the hospital's future leadership. Have you ever wondered about the silent voids in the bustling corridors of General Hospital, where familiar faces suddenly fade into the background without a trace? That's exactly the puzzle surrounding Portia Robinson's co-chief of staff, the dedicated Terry Randolph, who has been conspicuously absent from our screens for what feels like an eternity. It's as if the hospital's administrative duo has been reduced to a solo act, with Portia handling the reins alone amid her own mounting personal and professional storms. Terry, a beacon of compassion and expertise, hasn't made an appearance in months, leaving fans scratching their heads and speculating about her whereabouts. Could she be buried under a mountain of paperwork in some forgotten office? Or has a deeper storyline pulled her away? Imagine the daily operations grinding on without her input, with staff whispering about the imbalance and wondering if Portia's decisions are going unchecked. This absence creates a ripple effect, potentially allowing minor oversights to balloon into major crises, especially in a place where lives hang in the balance every day. Perhaps Terry's been on an extended sabbatical, dealing with a family emergency in a distant city, or even volunteering overseas in a medical outreach program. Moments that could add layers to her character upon return, showing her growth beyond the hospital walls. Let's rewind to Terry's groundbreaking rival in Port Charles back in 2018, when General Hospital boldly introduced its first transgender character, bringing fresh representation and depth to the show's diverse tapestry. As Elizabeth Weber's longtime childhood friend, Terry stepped into the scene as a skilled pediatric oncologist, her warm demeanor and sharp medical acumen quickly winning over colleagues and patients alike. Over time, she climbed the ranks to become co-chief of staff alongside the formidable Britt Westburn, forming a powerhouse partnership that balanced administrative duties with hands-on care. When Britt's tragic death shook the community, Portia stepped in to fill the void. But Terry's steady presence remained a constant until recently. Her expertise shone brightest in heart-wrenching cancer storylines, like guiding Willow Tate through her harrowing battle with leukemia, offering not just treatments, but emotional anchors during the darkest hours. And who could forget her unwavering support for Elizabeth during personal turmoils, from family crises to romantic entanglements? These moments painted Terry as more than a doctor, she's the glue holding friendships together. In times of need, envision new flashbacks invented for her character, perhaps revealing untold childhood adventures with Elizabeth that involve secret pacts, or shared dreams of healing the world, adding emotional weight to their bond and making her absence feel even more profound. Her role as a trailblazer also sparked conversations about inclusivity in medicine, inspiring younger characters to pursue their paths without fear, a legacy that lingers even in her silence. The clock ticks forward, and there's been no sign of Terry since that fleeting appearance in April 2025, with her name dropping into conversations as rarely as a summer rain in the desert. It's baffling how such a pivotal player could vanish from the narrative, especially when the hospital is a hotbed of drama. From ethical dilemmas to personal vendettas, fans are left pondering if she's been sidelined by the writers or if an off-screen plot twist is at play. Amid all the upheaval Portia has faced, think of her tangled web of secrets and professional pressure, as it would have been a perfect opportunity for Terry to re-emerge as a voice of reason or a supportive ally. Instead, we're met with nothing but echoing silence, like an empty office chair gathering dust. Picture the hospital staff navigating without her, perhaps leading to invented scenarios where a critical pediatric case arrives, and everyone feels the void of her specialized knowledge, forcing impromptu consultations that highlight her irreplaceable value. This lack of visibility raises questions about behind-the-scenes decisions, maybe budget constraints or scheduling conflicts, but in the story world, it could tie into a larger arc where Terry's been investigating a covert medical scandal, building suspense for a dramatic comeback that shakes the foundations of General Hospital. Adding another layer to this enigma is Terry's romantic life, which has been blossoming with Yuri, the loyal quartermain bodyguard, for quite a while now. Their relationship brought a sweet, grounded contrast to the show's high-octane plots, with Yuri's protective nature complementing Terry's nurturing spirit. Yet, while Yuri occasionally pops up in scenes, guarding the elite or sharing quiet moments, there's zero mention of his significant other, as if their connection has been erased from the dialogue. Is she off on a romantic getaway with him, exploring hidden gems outside Port Charles? Or has a misunderstanding driven a wedge between them? Inventive twists could include secret letters exchanged during her absence, hinting at a proposal or a shared adventure that keeps their flame alive, only to be revealed in a heartfelt reunion. This oversight feels like a missed opportunity to delve into their dynamic, perhaps showing how Yuri's duties pull him away, leaving Terry to handle her own battles solo. It underscores the theme of balancing love and career in a town where danger lurks around every corner, making fans yearn for updates on this endearing couple. Now, enter the wild card, the triumphant return of Britt Westburn, alive and kicking, which has everyone buzzing about potential shakeups in the hospital hierarchy. With the Bridge back in the mix, healthier than ever, speculation is rife that she might reclaim her spot at General Hospital, possibly sliding right back into the co-chief of staff role she once held with such flair. Her expertise as a doctor, combined with her no-nonsense attitude, could revitalize the staff and bring fresh energy to patient care. But what does this mean for the current setup? Portia, entangled in her own controversies, like that explosive secret of tampering with paternity test results to protect her daughter, arguably deserves to face consequences that could strip her of the position. Yet, the truth remains buried, shrouded in layers of deception, and who knows if it'll ever see the light of day. Imagine a boardroom showdown where Britt presents evidence of her survival, complete with dramatic testimonials from witnesses, forcing a vote that puts Portia's ethics under the microscope. This could introduce new elements, such as alliances forming among doctors who side with Britt for her innovative approaches to rare diseases, or even a mentorship program she initiates to train the next generation, adding depth to her comeback arc. Regrettably, the path of least resistance might see Terry being phased out entirely, an unfortunate twist for such a beloved character. With her prolonged absence, the writers could easily script an explanation like a sudden move to another city for a prestigious research opportunity, paving the way for Britt to seamlessly take over without much fuss. This would be a loss, diminishing the representation and heartfelt storylines Terry brought to the forefront. Fans might invent petitions or social media campaigns in the show's universe, rallying for her return and highlighting how her departure would leave gaps in ongoing plots, like unresolved cancer research or Elizabeth's support system. Alternatively, perhaps a surprise twist reveals she's been undercover, gathering intel in a hospital corruption ring tied to Portia's misdeeds, leading to an explosive reveal that restores her to power. In the end, the hope is that Terry bursts back onto the scene, reclaiming her office as if she'd never stepped away, injecting vitality into General Hospital's narrative. Her return could spark new storylines, from reconciling with Yuri in a romantic gesture to teaming up with Britt for a dual leadership that's stronger than ever. What do you think? Viewers, would you love to see Terry make a grand re-entrance, bringing her unique blend of empathy and expertise back to Port Charles? Next, we will delve into the heartfelt remembrance of a true daytime legend, whose spirit continues to illuminate the world of soap operas. Marking 2 years since we said goodbye to the incomparable Billy Miller, as the calendar flips to September 15th, it brings with it a wave of bittersweet emotions. Commemorating the second anniversary of the day, we lost one of television's most cherished talents, Billy Miller, whose magnetic presence and profound storytelling captivated audiences across generations. Far more than a mere performer, Billy embodied the essence of emotional artistry, weaving threads of raw humanity into every character he inhabited, leaving an everlasting imprint on the hearts of fans worldwide. His journey wasn't just about scripts and sets. It was a testament to resilience and passion that resonated deeply in the intimate realm of daytime drama. Picture him in those early days, dreaming big under the vast Texas skies, where his innate charisma first hinted at the star he would become. Inventive tales from his youth might include secret backyard performances for neighborhood kids, honing his craft with improvised dialogues that foreshadowed his future mastery, blending humor and heartache in ways that would later define his iconic roles. This anniversary serves as a poignant reminder of how his light, though dim too soon, still guides the narratives we love, inspiring new actors to chase authenticity in their portrayals. Born as William John Miller on a crisp September day in 1979 in the vibrant city of Tulsa, Oklahoma, Billy grew up amid the warm, community-driven vibes of Grand Prairie, Texas, where family bonds and simple joys shaped his worldview. His path to Hollywood stardom was anything but glamorous at the start. After relocating to the bustling streets of Los Angeles, he began in the humble trenches of a mail room at Industry Entertainment, sorting letters and learning the industry's inner workings from the ground up. This groundwork instilled in him a work ethic that would become legendary, turning every opportunity into a stepping stone. By 2007, his perseverance paid off when he secured the intriguing role of Richie Novak on All My Children, a character that allowed him to flex his dramatic muscles in tales of intrigue and family secrets. Yet, it was his groundbreaking stint as Billy Abbott on The Young and the Restless from 2008 to 2013 that catapulted him to stardom, transforming him into a household name synonymous with compelling, multifaceted performances. Envision added layers to his backstory, like mentorship sessions with veteran actors during downtime on set, where he absorbed techniques for conveying subtle emotions, or even fictional fan letters from that era that he kept as mementos, fueling his drive to connect on a personal level with viewers who saw their own struggles reflected in his eyes. When it came to redefining Billy Abbott, Billy Miller didn't just play the part, revolutionized it, breathing fresh life into a figure traditionally seen as a wild card with impulsive tendencies. He layered the character with profound vulnerability, a sharp wit that sparked laughter amid turmoil, and an authentic warmth that drew audiences into his redemptive arcs, making every triumph and setback feel profoundly personal. His on-screen chemistry with fellow cast members crackled like electricity, elevating group scenes to unforgettable heights. But it was in those solitary moments of introspection that his talent truly shone, revealing depths of inner conflict that mirrored real-life complexities. The crowning jewel of this era was an innovative episode inspired by It's a Wonderful Life, where Billy shouldered the entire narrative, delivering a tour de force that blended fantasy with raw emotion. For his Emmy submission that year, he boldly presented an extended reel exceeding 32 minutes, the longest among nominees, capturing a full episode's intensity and showcasing his ability to command attention without a single dull moment. This dedication culminated in well-deserved victories for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series in 2010 and 2013, plus a nomination in 2011, honors that celebrated not only his skill, but his knack for inspiring co-stars to reach new artistic peaks. Imagine invented behind-the-scenes anecdotes, such as late-night rehearsals where he improvised lines to help others nail their deliveries, or celebratory cast parties after wins where his humble speeches emphasized teamwork, reinforcing his role as a unifying force in the soap opera community. Transitioning to ABC's General Hospital in 2014, Billy embraced what many considered an insurmountable challenge, stepping into the shoes of Jason Morgan, a cornerstone character long embodied by the esteemed Steve Burton. Undaunted, Billy infused the role with his signature nuance, honoring the established legacy while imprinting his own vision of quiet strength and moral complexity. The plot took a masterful turn in 2017 when Steve Burton's return unveiled that Billy had been portraying Jason's twin brother, Drew Kane, all along a revelation that retroactively enriched his performance, allowing fans to cherish the distinct flavors he brought to what they initially perceived as Jason. Drew emerged as Billy's wholly original creation, a soul adrift in a sea of amnesia, desperately piecing together fragments of identity while forging bonds in a world that felt alien. This portrayal delved into themes of self-discovery and resilience, with Billy masterfully conveying the quiet agony of lost memories and the fierce determination to reclaim a life worth living. His efforts earned a prestigious Daytime Emmy nomination for Outstanding Lead Actor in 2018, a nod to the emotional acrobatics he performed in scenes of quiet reflection and high-stakes confrontations. To expand this narrative, consider fictional expansions like Drew's imagined inner monologues, where Billy's delivery hinted at buried traumas from a fabricated military past, or collaborative script tweaks with writers that added subtle gestures, like a signature scar that symbolized his fractured history, deepening viewer investment in his journey away from the cameras. Billy Miller was revered for qualities that mirrored the heroes he played: an unwavering kindness, a professional demeanor that set standards, and a passionate devotion to the art of acting that made every project a labor of love. Colleagues often recounted his thorough preparations, from memorizing lines in unconventional ways to offering unsolicited guidance to up-and-coming talents, fostering an environment of growth on set. His gratitude toward fans was legendary, seen in heartfelt interactions at conventions where he shared stories that made supporters feel seen and valued. Beyond entertainment, Billy channeled his compassion into advocacy, championing the Texas Scottish Rite Hospital for Children, a place that had provided him crucial care during his own childhood battles over 5 years. This commitment painted him as a giver, perhaps inspiring invented charity events in Port Charles storylines that echoed his real-life efforts, like fundraisers where characters rallied for pediatric causes, blending his legacy into the show's fabric. His off-screen life was a mosaic of quiet generosities, from anonymous donations to mentoring young actors facing their own hurdles, embodying the same empathetic core that made his roles so relatable. The world was shattered on September 15, 2023, when Billy Miller left us at the young age of 43, a loss that rippled through the entertainment industry like a seismic wave. In a courageous disclosure, his mother Patricia shared that Billy had waged a fierce, prolonged fight against bipolar depression, exhausting every avenue to manage the condition with grace and determination. Her message illuminated the hidden struggles behind his radiant smile, transforming our appreciation of his work into something even more profound. As we reflect on the personal fortitude required to deliver such luminous performances amid inner storms, this revelation encourages broader conversations about mental health in the spotlight, perhaps sparking fictional tributes and soaps where characters honor similar battles, complete with support groups or awareness campaigns that Billy might have championed. His story reminds us that true strength often lies in vulnerability, and his openness through his family's words continues to offer solace to those facing similar challenges, turning tragedy into a beacon of hope. Even 2 years on, Billy Miller's influence endures as a cornerstone of daytime television, with his interpretations of Billy Abbott and Drew Kane shaping how these roles are perceived and evolved in ongoing narratives. Fresh audiences stumbling upon his episodes via streaming services are discovering the magic anew. Enchanted by his ability to humanize the fantastical elements of soap operas, Billy demonstrated that at its core, this genre is a sophisticated craft demanding emotional acuity, technical prowess, and the gift of making larger-than-life tales feel intimately real. He not only heightened the stories he graced, but reignited our passion for the genre, proving why daytime dramas hold such timeless appeal. As we remember him, let's celebrate the joy he brought and the lessons in empathy he imparted, ensuring his star never fades. There you have it, loyal viewers, a tribute to a talent gone too soon, whose echoes still resonate in Port Charles and beyond. What are your favorite Billy Miller moments? Share in the comments, and remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more heartfelt reflections and the latest General Hospital spoilers.